you fantastic people. Thank you for joining me today. I have a really exciting announcement to make. I have just entered my very first pageant. 12 days ago, I had one of those links appear in my Facebook feed. You know, the ones that are always for sportswear and dog houses? If that's what you're getting, that's what I'm getting. This one was for a pageant, and it was for the Miss BC Pageant. It totally got my attention, and so I clicked on the link, and about 15 minutes later, I was an applicant for the Miss BC Pageant in the Mrs. category. As soon as I did it, I was in a complete state of shock. I'm a feminist, I'm a unionist, and this is kind of out of character for me. This is a lot out of character for me. I didn't want to tell anybody about it at first because I was kind of embarrassed about it. The more I've looked at the Miss BC website, the more I like it. Here's the main thing. It's not a beauty pageant. This is a self-development pageant, and out of all of the competition categories that we can be judged on, not one of them has anything to do with beauty or a bathing suit. What you get judged on is your public speaking abilities, your interview abilities, and then your expression in the areas of athleticism and in the evening gown category. The pageant is a leadership training pageant, and the women who are there aren't just there for a couple of days of fun and some hard work walking around in studded heels. While we're there, we get trained in manners, poise, we get to do some leadership training, some public speaking training by a group called PowerTalk. I'm very familiar with PowerTalk, by the way. I was a member of PowerTalk for a couple of years, and the reason why I have any public speaking skills at all is because of PowerTalk. So seeing that they're coming in to do the public speaking training is really exciting to me. The main reason why we are there is because we are active contributors to our communities, and we are considered leaders in some capacity. As a woman who actively promotes other women in leadership, this pageant surprisingly has ticked all of my major boxes. But then it goes one step further. The entire pageant is effectively a grand scale fundraiser for the Canadian Cancer Society. I'm going to leave a link to my own personal fundraising page, and it's got a little bit of my personal story about what my personal attachment is to the Canadian Cancer Society. I'm going to leave a link for that in the description box below. Okay, so one last thing before I go. I'm looking for sponsors for the pageant. There's a lot of advertising and promotion opportunities for sponsors, and I am really, really proud to say that I have my first sponsor. My first sponsor is also my main sponsor, which means that I'm going to be carrying her business name on my sash. A good business is important to me because whatever I promote is something that I want to have reflect my values. So my very first sponsor is, I'm going to be Mrs. Self-Worth. You have got to check her website out. I'm going to say that I have known the coach at this business, Marcia, for absolutely years, and in a lot of the places where I felt stuck in my life, she's been right there and she's helped me get unstuck. I'm going to leave a link to her business in the description box below as well. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to leave more information about how the pageant is going, how everything is moving right along. I'm going to say right now I'm on a bit of a roller coaster ride. I have never done anything like this in my entire life. I've never done a fundraiser in my entire life. Everything about this is new, and it's incredibly exciting. I can't wait to see what happens next either. As I've already said, I'm still looking for pageant sponsors, so if you're interested, or if you know of someone who might be a good fit for the pageant, or if you know of somebody who might be a good fit with my philosophy, which is women in leadership, then send me a message. I'm going to make sure that there's a link for that below as well. And one last thing, if you've ever been in a pageant before, please send me some tips. This is really the first time I've ever done this. It's not an exaggeration. I never had a childhood dream of being in a pageant, and all of a sudden I'm in a pageant. So make sure you leave your tips in the comments below. I really, 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 really appreciate the tips more than anything else. So that's it for this week. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons below so you never miss another video. And until next time, thank you everyone.